And the sentence is, her tone was sober as she delivered the bad news. Her tone was sober.
Okay.
Can you see it? Do you see it?
Yes. Yes.
What does that mean? Can you explain the meaning of this sentence?
Bad news. So her tone was saying, her tone was not serious
No, was serious.
as she delivered bad.
Was serious, not serious. It's was serious. Sober means serious.
This means that her tone was not serious.
No, 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 not. Don't say not. It's not not. Her tone was serious. Her tone was serious when she delivered the bad.
Her tone was serious as she delivered the bad news.
Yeah, it's not serious. It's serious. That's what. Does that make sense? Do you understand the sentence?
Yeah, yeah, I got it. Yeah,
Yeah. So,
Mrs. Yeah,
so it's like, I'm sorry, your cat is dead. So that's like a serious tone instead of, I'm sorry, your cat is dead. You see the difference in tone?
yeah, okay, okay.
Does that
Yeah,
make sense?
tone. Yeah. Mm.
So
Yes, yes, I
tone
got
was
it. Oh,
serious. Is that pretty clear?
yeah, yes, yes, I got it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, if we look at the first two words, her tone, her tone, her tone. What do you think about the vowel sounds in the first two words? Are they big vowel sounds or little vowel sounds? Her tone, her tone.
Yes. So, first, her has a small
Okay.
sound, and tone seems longer.
Uh-huh. And if I say the word tone very slowly, how many sounds do you hear inside the word? Tone. How many sounds?
Two,
Yeah, what are the two sounds?
tone.
Tone,
Oh,
tone. That finishes with a kiss. Tone.
yeah.
Can you say that?
Tone,
Uh,
tone.
big sound, and it's two sounds. Oh, oh.
Yeah.
Or toe.
Oh,
Can you say the two words together?
her tone,
That's good.
own.
Okay. Her tone was. Her tone was.
Her, her tone was
Okay. What do you think about the word was? Does that have a big vowel sound in it? Was.
a words is
Wa- Is that a big vowel sound?
if you use single then it is big,
Okay.
otherwise it is small.
Yeah, if it's not a very important word, it's small here. So we have
Yeah.
small, big, small. Her tone was.
Her, her tone was
hmm Well, you could say was if you want, but probably most people will make it very small. And they will say her tone was.
her tone was
hmm
her tone was
Was.
tone was
It's very short, very small. Her tone was.
yeah, her tone
Now,
was
how about the next word? So that's that. First of all, that's small, big, small. Her tone was right. That's small, big, small.
yeah,
And
the
then
small biggest sound.
then we have sober, sober.
Sober,
hmm
so sober,
hmm
yeah, two
It's the same.
sound.
Yeah, it's the same sound. Tone,
Two,
sober,
yeah, two,
tone,
yeah,
sober. Two.
like they are homophones.
Uh huh. Okay. Uh,
Tone,
and are they big sounds or little sounds? Sober. What? Tell me about the
yeah,
vowel sounds.
big sound.
All of them, both of them, or just one? Sober.
First,
Okay. What about the second one? Is that big?
small.
Okay. So we have the perfect big small pattern that English likes. Her tone was sober.
Yeah, her tone was sober.
Mm-hmm. Okay. How about as she? As she? As she?
As she, as she
But
is,
when you say
yes,
she, you have to whistle a little bit. As she.
okay, as she,
That was
as she.
very clear. As she. Don't forget to whistle.
Uh,
So if you have as, is that a just alone? Just if that word is alone, as, is that a big sound or a little sound? As.
as a big sound.
It's a big sound, but how does it sound in the middle of a sentence or a phrase? Does it sound big? Her tone was sober as she.
Her tone was sober, sober,
Sober
she,
as she. Sober as she. Sober as she.
sober, sober, she,
Don't forget
sober,
to whistle.
she.
Don't forget to whistle. It's she.
Okay, sober, she,
As she.
sober, she.
Can you say ah, ah, ah?
Yeah,
As she. As she.
as she,
That was,
as she.
that's good. That's how it should sound. As she. As she.
As she,
Yeah.
as she.
So here it's small. I mean, if you say the word as, it's a very big, long sound, but in the middle of a phrase, it becomes, most of the time, it would be a pretty small sound. Is she. What about she?
As she,
Is that a big sound or a little sound? She.
she is big sound.
Okay.
She,
Yeah, so luckily now we have the perfect pattern here of small big small big small big. Her tone was sober as she
her tone was sober
as she,
and she,
as she.
as she, as
That was good.
she,
Okay, and now we have delivered. Delivered.
deliver, delivered,
How many syllables? Delivered.
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 Three,
Okay.
three,
Are they big vowel sounds or little vowel sounds?
delivered, delivered is
Delivered.
a big sound.
Where? Which one is big? Are they all big?
Delivered,
Delivered.
D, delivered sounds bigger.
Okay, live.
Live,
Live sounds big. Live sounds big. How about d? D. Is that big or small?
D is should be strong.
It could be. It could be. Sometimes if you have a word with more than two syllables, it could have more than one strong sound. But that's why you should think of this big, small, big, small, big, small rhythm. Okay, so we have
Okay,
E.
so it is small.
Yeah, you make it small just to fit the rhythm, but it could be pretty big if you wanted to make it big. It could be. So, but
Yeah,
it's good to keep that big small rhythm if you can.
yeah,
So
yeah.
she delivered. That fits the rhythm very well. Can you say it right?
She delivered.
Okay, she
Uh,
delivered.
she.
Uh-oh. Pachu has disappeared.
Hello, sir.
Okay, you're back. All right, try again.
Hello, sir.
Go
Uh,
ahead. Go ahead.
she delivered.
Okay. Her tone was sober as she delivered.
Her tone was sober as she delivered.
Okay. Delivered the. Delivered the. Delivered the.
Deliver, delivered the.
Okay.
Delivered the.
How will you say the next word?
It's a bat.
Okay. Is that a big sound or a little sound?
Yeah, it's a big sound.
Okay. Is it extra big?
bad.
Why is it
Extra, yes.
why is it extra big? What would be the reason? There are really two reasons why it should be extra big. Three, I could think of.
Because deep sound is there.
Because of the
Bad.
yeah, because of the D,
Yeah.
the A becomes bigger. But also,
Yeah.
if you look, if you look at the word news, is that a big sound also? News.
News. Yeah.
Okay.
G sound
News.
there.
So what happens sometimes if you have two big sounds together, bad news, then always the first one will be even bigger. All right.
Okay. Yeah.
So it doesn't even matter about the D because you have these two big sounds together. You usually will make the first one bigger. Bad news. Bad news.
So bad news.
Hmm.
Bad news.
Bad news.
Bad news.
Her tone was sober as she delivered the bad news.
Her tone was sober as she delivered the bad news.
Okay. Can you make a yes no question with that sentence?
So was her tone sober?
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Uh,
Was
mhm. Go ahead.
was her was her tone sober?
Okay. Now, what happens to was? So, in our original sentence, her tone was sober. Is that a big word or a little word?
This was is big sound.
Uh-huh. In the sentence, her tone was sober. Is that a big sound or a little sound? Was.
Was, yeah, it's small in the
Oh,
sentence,
okay.
but when you ask question,
Hmm.
then it is big, which
Yeah,
was.
yeah. Suddenly, her tone was sober. That sounds very small. But when you make the question, suddenly it's a very important word. So you say was, was her.
Was
Yeah, and then her,
her,
her, that word will attach to was her, was her,
was her,
was her
was her,
tone, was her tone, was
was her tone,
was her tone sober,
was her tone sober,
was her tone sober as she delivered the bad news.
was was her tone sober as she delivered the bad news.
Okay, remember to whistle when you say she. We need more
Okay. Was her tone sober as she delivered the bad news.
was her tone sober as she
Her, was her tone sober as she
uh-huh.
delivered the bad news.
Okay, was her tone sober as she delivered the bad news?
Was her tone sober as she delivered the bad news.
You should try to make was a little bit bigger. Was her tone sober as she delivered the bad news?
Was her tone sober as she delivered the bad news.
Sober, sober.
Sober,
Mhm.
sober.
Was her tone sober as she delivered the bad news?
Was her tone sober as she delivered the bad news
Okay.
as she.
How would you answer no to that question?
So
Uh-oh.
okay,
Hello?
okay. So where is sentence, sir? I cannot see the
Oh,
sentence.
I deleted it. I already deleted it. So if I say, was her tone sober as she delivered the bad news, how
Yeah.
would you answer no? How will you tell me no? No, her. Tell me no. You can do it with.
No. Okay. So no, her tone wasn't sober
Hmm.
as she delivered the bad news.
How does no and her sound in conversation a lot of times?
Uh, Noah,
No,
Noah,
nowhere, nowhere, nowhere.
Noah,
No, her
Noah.
tone wasn't sober as she delivered the bad news.
Okay. Noah, see,
No, her tone, no, her tone, no, her.
Noah tone,
Hmm.
Noah tone. Yeah. No, Noah tone wasn't sober
Hmm.
as he delivered the bad news.
Okay. All right. So let's move on to another word that we learned in chapter 8. That is infallible.